I'm Michelle, naturalist here at Sandy Creek Nature Center, and today we have been looking for life under the logs. First, I want to talk about one critter that we did find. These are millipedes. Millipedes are detritivores, which means they eat dead leaves and dead trees, and then they turn it into an organic matter and poop it out so that other plants can grow. They're very, very useful for the forest, very useful to have like in a garden. You can also find them in compost piles. Millipedes have segmented bodies, 4 legs per body segment. These guys are poisonous animals. Now, what does that mean? Don't lick it, don't eat it, and if you handle it, wash your hands. It's perfectly fine to touch. These guys actually have a cyanide in their poop. And the cool thing about them is this particular one here, if it poops on you, it smells like cherry. Some of them may have an almond smell. Some of them have just a very strong odor, and they can actually stain your hands yellow, purple, brown for a couple of days. So millipedes are very important parts of the forest. Perfectly harmless. Now, it's going to be a little different than if you were to find a centipede. Centipedes are faster, bodies are a little more slender, and they only have 2 legs per body segment. And as opposed to just the antenna up at the front, they actually have pinchers, and they are predators, carnivores. They're going to eat other bugs, other animals. Don't pick those up because they will actually sting or pinch you, and they will hurt. So millipedes, 4 legs per body segment, poop, smells like cherries. Centipede, 2 legs per body segment, they can bite or sting. Now, something else that we found is actually trying to get out of our tank. So we have some earthworms in there. We all know earthworms are very important parts of a garden, a forest. They're known as aerators. They stir up the soil, and they get oxygen to the soil. We know oxygen is important to us, but a lot of people forget that oxygen is also important to the soil. So it's very important to find earthworms inside the ground, in a garden, in a compost pile. And not to mention, worms are fantastic prey for lots and lots of different kinds of animals. When you walk through the forest, there is a variety of life right beneath your feet. If you're ever curious, you should take a look under a log. You can discover ants, snails, beetles, spiders, fungus, all kinds of life that's underneath your feet as you walk through the forest. When you get ready to actually look under a log, there are some very specific rules to go over. Everybody that's involved will get on one side of the log. You're going to treat it like a shield. Watch your toes, and you're going to roll the log toward you. Make sure the log is safe to touch. Make sure there's not any poison ivy on it or noticeable fire ant mounds close by. And then you can take a stick and try to find all the creatures that live beneath the log. After you've enjoyed finding creatures, fungus, anything else that's alive under there, make sure that you put the log back and carry on with your walk. We hope that you go out and enjoy a hike, and you can go through the forest and flip over some logs, look beneath the bark, and see what all you can find.